All right, so in this video, I'm gonna go over why you should buy the OEM Toyota oil filters and why I feel they're probably better than most oil filters out there, especially when it comes to servicing your own vehicle. You can save a ton of money just by buying the OEM filters. So for reference, I buy them 2 at a time. I only have one of my Tacoma filter here because I just did an oil change, but when I go back, I'll buy 2 at a time. So if you look right here, here is the prices. So $5.97 per filter, and I'm guessing that varies by where your dealership is and all that good stuff. So 2 filters for $11.94. And these are the 4Runner filters. Like I said, this is the new Tacoma filter. I mean, tiny in comparison, but I have tried other oil filters. I do run AMSO oil in my Toyotas right now, both of them. And I tried their other filter, which I don't have it in the box, but this part number is actually very similar to the TRD oil filter, which they discontinued. So the filter looks identical. The biggest change is when they discontinued the TRD filter. AMSOIL, Royal Purple, and Toyota all use the same part. So it was a made in USA filter, metal caps on both ends. This newer one, I didn't know that until I ordered it, but when I ordered it, it actually was made in Mexico. Had a little bit of like the adhesive glue style stuff on it, which is kind of normal, but it just didn't look the same quality as a TRD oil filter that I purchased before. So saying that, I made a switch and I went back to the OEM filter, which is this right here. And this is just a paper cartridge style on the 4Runner. So of course it comes with your O-rings and then the valve that nobody uses. But here is the construction of the OEM filter. So it's solid. You physically can't squeeze it and crush it. And everything's pretty evenly spaced as far as all your filter sections. It's a very solid filter in my opinion. Like I said, it's $5. I change my oil every 5,000 miles, so I prefer to use this one. And another thing with buying them from Toyota is that you know you're getting a genuine part. I'm not by any means saying that these are the all-in best filter, but if you're gonna buy a Toyota filter, buy them from the dealer. And the reason for that is Amazon already has a ton of counterfeit filters floating around, and people have already found them. People have gotten the YZZ-A A5 filters from Amazon. You can literally put them in your hand, you can squeeze, and they'll compress in, and literally they'll crush. So, like I said, you'll know it's OEM just by the spacing, and then also you can squeeze the oil filter, and you can tell that it's a solid construction. So for reference, I keep this oil filter just to show the comparison. So I showed you the strength of this one and what it looks like as a paper media, and I'll show it to you one more time. Then I'll show you what a used filter. So obviously brand new in box. And here is one that was ran. And it's a little dirty because I keep it around as a reference, but no wear on any of the filter, no pulling away, no damage to the filter. And this is 5,000 miles on the oil filter. Now for the Tacoma, I have a 24 Tacoma, so it's very new. So I have about 600 to 700 miles on it when I did the first oil change, and I moved over to this oil as well. But these oil filters, I mean, it's in my hand, they are tiny. And Toyota designed them tiny for a reason. But for that reason and warranty reasons, I want to stick with this filter right here. I will say this, they're both made by Denso. And Denso has a couple manufacturing companies out there that make these oil filters. So the one I pulled off my Tacoma was actually made in Japan, and this one is made in Thailand. When I compared them, there wasn't much difference. They both look good. So no worries there for me. But like I said, you have to be careful with what kind of oil filter you put on your vehicles. And I recommend running Toyota. I showed you how they look, the quality of them. But also, You don't want these Chinese counterfeit parts and you're putting them on your, your newer vehicles that you're servicing. You're trying to make them last forever. So go to the dealer, buy a couple in bulk. And for price reference, like I said, these are $5.97 a piece. And this AMSOIL TRD version of the oil filter is 35 bucks. So how many filters can you buy from Toyota and stock up on over buying one filter that, like I said, personally, I'll never go 10,000 miles or 15,000 miles. So I'm gonna get so many more oil filters at that price for $5.97. Other than that, just wanted to go over the filters. Like I said, pricing and why you should buy directly from Toyota. Please do not buy your filters off eBay or Amazon unless the seller is a Toyota dealer, right? You can find that. You can always look and see who the seller is. eBay publish it all the time, and then Amazon as well. You can just click on the seller link and find out who they are and where they're from. And there's a lot of dealers that run massive eBay stores, and they sell quality parts. You won't have any issues. But just be aware what you're doing, where you're ordering, and the parts you're putting on your vehicle.